women's leather armor?
I don't think...
On in this office?
Well, I was gonna say, I don't think that's armor, but by fantasy rules, I guess it is. That must be at least like, maybe like 20 armor. Might even be like 3 AC, you know? Who knows? Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to some more CLEVATESS, episode 5. Previously, CLEVATESS and Alicia dealt with the bandit camp, as well as their leader, who ended up being a lot dumber than you would expect. Alicia got her sword, and CLEVATESS got his, wet nurse. Now, after being healed, Nell's design was changed a little, and I wasn't really a fan, but I guess we shall see. Maybe I'll get used to it or something, but it just felt like they made her design more, like, basic and more average looking, as well as the fact that now she just speaks normally, and it just makes the character less unique, I feel like. But it is what it is. Let us just get into episode 5, shall we?
I said I'm confiscating this.
But why?
The sword stands out too much. We don't need it attracting any more unwanted attention.
My beautiful stream splitter!
Be grateful I'm not throwing it away. I'll let you have it back when we need it. Nellaru, are you ready to go?
I sure am. I was a little reluctant to take it all without permission, but I managed to find everything we could ever need for our journey. Including this! I found some clothes for sweet little Lord Luna.
The problem with it was that before, she looked like... the problem with the design, I mean, she looked like a roughed up adult, but now she looks like a cutesy little anime girl, you know? It's kind of like...
I'll be fine.
I mean, you're telling me this is a woman that has given birth, right? It's kind of like, really?
My body actually feels pretty light.
Light? Really? She wasn't in great shape even before she lost a bunch of body parts. Did Clem patch her up with the leftovers of some meathead bandit or what?
In fact, I'll even carry your sword and your armor if you'd prefer to be unburdened of them, ma'am. I am proud to be
I shall
at your
carry your
service,
burdens.
hero.
All right, Lydia.
If you need another sword, Big Sis Carme told me Master Veroko kept all the good ones in the desk in his office.
Are you sure? I think I know exactly where that is! You have to let me go get one!
Go on. After all, it's the only value you really provide. Pick one.
I thought she was really scary and intimidating at first, but she's kind of cute.
I think she's an oaf. But I suppose she did wipe out the bandits cleverly enough.
No, I don't have any good memories of this place, but it was something I shared with my mother, and because of that, it's special to me.
We have to
I
assume
do
that her
wish
mother
I'd
is still
gotten to say
alive.
goodbye somehow, to Big Sis Carme at least.
There you are. The little man with his little tricks.
And who is this now?
Oh, money? That's helpful. Almost hard to tell who's the bandit and who's the hero around here. And peekaboo.
What the? Women's leather armor?
I don't think...
On in this office?
Well, I was gonna say, I don't think that's armor, but by fantasy rules, I guess it is. You know? It must be like a... Considering it's leather armor, that must be at least like, maybe like 20 armor? Might even be like 3 AC, you know? Who knows?
That old man didn't wear this himself, did he? Probably just sniffed it or something.
I would not put
Fine,
that
I'll
on,
live
but
with
okay.
that. I'm death-proof, but I'm not pain-proof. Glenn won't mind if I keep a set of armor on me. Right? Okay, who's next? Light and very well balanced. It's not a magic weapon from Haydn, but it'll do. You're coming with me. What the heck?
That's the trouble with this body. It's too lightweight to resist a halfway decent blow.
Who did that?
How many others are with you?
This guy. He means business.
Let me guess. This guy has come here to wipe out the bandits or something and mistakes them for the bandits or something. Come now, you're a
No
hero.
ordinary kick.
You have a good eye. Not many can dodge me. All right. How long can you keep it up?
He's striking multiple times from midair, but each attack is more powerful than the last.
Tough lady.
He backed off.
Time to fly.
Okay, we have magic.
Miss Hero!
I admire your strength, lady. I'm only interested in the little man. If you leave now, I'll let you survive.
Let me survive.
How does he
You
even
want
know?
vengeance for your bandit friends. You shouldn't underestimate a hero.
It seems perhaps you would rather die.
If this doesn't work, I'll need Stream Splitter back right away. Hidden sword! Rising dragon!
What is she?
Stop. That's enough for now, Alicia. Stand down.
What'd you do that for?
Did you clear your mind of every other thought but bloodshed?
That's how the technique works.
This man attacked us due to a simple misunderstanding.
But we like the fact that she would have killed him, probably. I assume she would have killed him. I like that. Remember like a couple episodes ago when I said that I wanted to see Alicia do things? Exactly. That's what I wanted her to do.
How do you...
I want to see that she is like one of the best fighters because she was a hero, right? Like I don't want her to be like, you know, not be doing anything.
figure that?
And if I hadn't held him back, his kick would have ripped your body apart.
Maybe it would have been like a kind of an even thing.
Then explain to me why this woman carries the stench of a Western troll.
Me? You're talking about me? I guess that's because I was swallowed by one?
Nelaru, take Luna and wait for us at the village entrance.
Oh, yes, right away.
You want me to go with them?
Not now. You stay with me. He's a dark beast. He's taken human form, but he's something else inside.
You're joking!
He has
Really?
wings and talons.
I suppose it kind of makes sense now because, again, I would assume Alicia is one of the best fighters in the land, at least. So some random guy should not be a match.
But he's under the effect of an illusion which prevents even me from seeing his true form. And as it happens, I know of only one being who's capable of such powerful trickery. The Lord of Dark Beasts of the West, Zaphthier of Phantasms.
And how is it you know all this? Who are you exactly? Who sent you?
My name is Clen. I'm like you, a Dark Beast Lord's servant in human form.
He's hiding his identity from other dark beasts? I suppose he did say he didn't want them to know he was away from the mountain.
Ordinarily, I wouldn't even be speaking to you. But it seems our goals are the same. We understand that CLEVATESS recently destroyed a humanoid capital, did he not? My name is Gart, and just as you surmised, Lord Zaphthier is my master, I a faithful envoy.
Hold on. How are there two dark beasts who can look and talk like humans? I thought CLEVATESS would be the only one!
Right? Remember, once again, I kind of predicted this. I said as much, if they have the ability to turn into humans, there's probably way more of them just hanging about human lands. Maybe that's it. Maybe that's the whole point. They kind of let the humanoids live in this, large area, live their lives peacefully, because it's almost like a playground for them. Some of the more powerful dark beasts can take human form and then just hide among them and live and kind of entertain themselves. If you've ever played a RPG, I think it was I believe it was Pathfinder: Wrath of the Righteous. And in that game, there's a little storyline, a little quest line, where there is a village, kind of spoilers, but I mean, you immediately recognize what's going on when you get there. So not really spoilers, but kind of spoilers. But there's a village where you end up going to, and you immediately see that there's humans and demons living together somehow, right? Because that's not like a thing that happens, and you're immediately like, what the fuck is going on? And you realize, as you talk to the people, the humans, you realize that the humans think of you as demons, and they think of the demons as other humans. All the humans in the village see those demons that are also living in the village as other humans, and they see outsiders as demons, outside humans as demons, right? So the humans of this village are like under an illusion. And basically, the reason they do this, the reason the demons have done this, is because it's kind of like a playground for them. You know, they come to this village to play around, essentially. You know, they pretend to be humans as they fuck with them, basically. Straight up like roleplay, you know, like the demons role-playing.
The world of mankind might be much smaller than we thought.
It's all right, servant. No cause to get suspicious. There are very few dark beasts who can do what he and I can. You can relax.
Did he read my mind?
And with the exception of Zathir, who enjoys the trickery, no one would bother to get involved with the humanoids without a good reason.
She said she was a hero. Our sworn enemies if ever we had them. What is she doing with you?
It's true that she used to be a hero, but now she's my slave, bound by a spell that compels full obedience. The two outside are no different. Tools to help me observe and learn their ways. Now it's my turn to ask questions. Gart, servant of Zathir. You say your master is considering wiping out humanoids. Why? The Zathir I know is a strange one, a beast who delights in observing the humanoids. As far as I knew, the Orgu in those forests treat your master as a god. What caused this change of heart?
Betrayal, maybe?
Are they looking for their youngling? They seem worried, like it disappeared. Something's off. It's not the first time I felt a disturbance in the forest. Over the instances I'm...
There's no way they weren't about to say, this isn't the first time I've felt a disturbance in the forest.
privy to, this is the 9th time a dark beast youngling has vanished. Few dark beasts can speak, and it's not uncommon for younglings to be eaten, making it entirely possible that the disappearances I'm aware of are little more than a drop in the bucket. I have no proof, but I suspect the humanoids are responsible for this.
I truly believed my relationship with the Orgu was one of good faith. Dark times. This is a foul omen.
Shall we summon their chiefs, then?
We shan't. I'm afraid they can no longer be trusted. You must go and investigate their world for yourself. It is the only way.
I think more younglings have gone missing from the southern mountains, too. I came here hoping to find a shred of evidence.
I do fear for the beasts, but theirs are not the only younglings who've been vanishing.
What do you mean?
Well, there's something a female human told me.
None of the women around here are supposed to give birth! Because if they do, strange men always show up and find the babies!
Strange men?
They come around every time wearing black robes and muttering about talent. I saw Master Vroko speak with them myself once. I don't know anything else.
You know, it did strike me as awfully peculiar that Nell would have had 3 stillbirths. Were you the one who killed the children?
Yes! I did it for Nell, just like I do all of my girls! You give birth and then your kid gets sold. The men don't help, not here. So what's the point, huh? We try our best not to get pregnant to protect what little pride we got left. But Nell's too stupid, don't you see? So I killed them all. You think I did that because I wanted to? You bastard!
Humanoid babies being sold. Dark beast younglings disappearing. One might assume they're unrelated, but I have a feeling they're not.
Interesting.
Vroko, I have a feeling magic is deeply involved somehow.
Magic?
You look upset. Have any idea what might be going on?
I tried to tell you before that Magic and I don't get along too well. So I don't know much about the stuff. But I do know of a group of people who I could see being involved.
Go on.
The same people who use magic as an instrument of war. It's the wizards.
It's always the wizards.
The inevitable winner is the side with the most skilled wizard.
It seems like
The first
this magic is more like alchemy, to be honest. I mean, I'm sure there's some magic somehow involved, but it seems more like alchemy.
person.
Why babies? Like the guy, the bandit leader guy, did use the child to like activate the spell. So maybe it has something to do with that. But or I guess what you need is the item. So like an alchemical mixture of something, and then you need the person with the quote-unquote talent to be able to activate it, which is what the guy did with the baby. I suppose maybe they're trying to kidnap babies with the talent, and they're also trying to kidnap young dark beasts for probably like experimentation, or maybe trying to put them together somehow, or who knows.
Forward march. Our target is the fortress on the border. High Gate.
He's the man who killed my father. Father! Come on, stay awake!
And why did he kill her father?
Stone and steel. Tools of bygone eras. You'll see. The age of magic and swords is upon us.
You came to hunt me down instead of the man who killed your father.
That was my father's last wish.
Drell pushed south with an army of 50,000 men. They're gone.
They're going straight for Haydn, aren't they? We're barely 6,000 strong, and not enough wizards to turn the tide. If we hit them with all we've got, it wouldn't slow him down.
What about our reinforcements?
We'd be waiting for 3 days. We need Haydn's help, but they haven't responded yet. The situation inside the fortress must be chaotic.
That's right. I heard a rumor that CLEVATESS attacked the castle. Do you think it's true?
At this point, I would believe it. If they sent Drell, then they think it's true too. They're probably after the forge. Without it, my regalia, Frostflower, and the magic weapons you and the other captains wield couldn't have been crafted. The forge itself, it's the oldest magic item in the world. For anyone researching magic, the value isn't what it can craft, but the secrets it holds within.
True, actually. Like, because it may be the... like, if you have a magical artifact that does something magical, right? What's important isn't necessarily the magic that it can create, but rather the information on how it creates the magic. So potentially, if whoever controls the forge could figure out how to make more forges to act and be able to create magical weapons, then I mean, that's all, like, you know, it's like one nuke is powerful, but the blueprints to a nuke are even more powerful, more valuable.
And I'm not only talking about Esleen, but the entirety of Edthia.
I know. That's why we have to stop him.
Commander! The west gate is closed, sir. But the larger east gate is opening.
They had an infiltrator. It's that guy.
I've confirmed that King Haydn is dead. The Crown Princess is not here, but she's alive and she's safe. As it stands, the 6-month-old prince is the one we need. And as far as we know, he's the only child guaranteed to have Haydn in blood. The problem is, the prince was abducted by a boy with black hair before we arrived. And now we don't know his whereabouts.
So we don't know if he's alive.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
The prince was abducted by a boy with black hair before we arrived.
they cannot know about CLEVATESS, which means they're talking about the one that talked to CLEVATESS and convinced him to pick up the child. Which means that wasn't the mother, and the child was already abducted before that by that dark-haired girl. Pretty sure it was a girl.
Whereabouts?
So we don't know if he's alive.
Correct. Curiously, however, an envoy for the Ravens has informed me that they've captured a traveler who they believe possesses a Heidenin baby. And the hair color of the traveler in question happens to be black. I believe we should investigate.
Go now, Maynard Swan. I trust that our military's most powerful wizard can handle this task. By the time I arrive in Hyderabad, you'd better be back with that prince.
Alright. Seems they set up the next, I guess you could say villain that's going to come after our heroes. So right now I assume that, you know, these guys will get control of the forge. It's unlikely that they will be able to figure out its secrets so fast or anything. There's also these guys. Not really sure what is going to happen with these guys, but I assume these guys are going to be bigger characters. I assume. You know, they give them quite a decently long scene, and, you know, their designs are pretty unique, so it's like, you know, I assume they're gonna come into play somehow. It's interesting how this Drell guy, this General Drell or whatever, killed Alicia's father. It's like, okay, I guess maybe the father had more to do with everything than we originally thought, considering they were living in like a farm. I suppose it's once again one of those situations like we just recently had in To Be Hero X, where, you know, a previously very important person, very skilled person, maybe like a hero or something who retired, went to live on a farm with a child, right? I mean, very, very typical. As for why he came and killed him, who knows? Maybe it was one of those things where this Drell guy felt like he needed to prove his strength. And maybe Alicia's father was always the rival that he couldn't beat. And then finally he learned of magic. And then he came to fight him one last time and kill him to prove that, magic is the way of... magic is the future and blah blah blah, right? Definitely the story is moving forward like a fucking classic like D&D adventure, basically. Of course, you know, the main antagonist that we kind of have of the human world is of course the guy who killed our protagonist's father, right? It's like, okay, of course it is. What are the odds? Also, really, like we didn't really see her design properly, but this Zaftir of phantasms, I mean, seems like an angel or something, like an archangel or something. Or I suppose she's probably more like a bird type of dark beast, considering, you know, her minion is also a bird type, and she has wings, and, you know, I would assume her true form is like a bird. Like a phoenix or something. I definitely assume that whatever they're kidnapping the young dark beasts for is to do with like creating these things, these like magic formulas or these magic alchemy potions that can then be used by humans with the quote-unquote ability. But I suppose we'll see. Regardless, that was episode 5 of CLEVATESS. The journey continues, and we shall be back with episode 6 next time, and until then, I shall bid you adieu.